So Complete Streets is an idea that as communities look to reinvent themselves and to grow and to invest, you have to change the way you interact with different entities. How a pedestrian interacts with somebody driving a car, how a cyclist interacts with pedestrians and cars. So that's kind of like the driving force between how you take one community that's been a certain way for so many years, and then you look at how you're going to change and make a community different. We take our cyclists serious, we take our pedestrian movement serious, and we take traffic movement serious. But as we grow and continue to grow, we have to take on a philosophy that it all has to work together. Pedestrian movement, cyclist movement, and traffic movements. It's a moving, growing, living, breathing document as far as an adoption.
At least 30% of the population doesn't have regular access to vehicles. Talking children up to the age of 18, seniors, the lower income population, more recently young professionals who don't want to own a car. It's really a government's responsibility to facilitate transportation infrastructure for those people. The nuts and bolts of the Complete Streets policy is the checklist. And essentially it requires the municipal officials to sign off that needs of bicyclists and pedestrians and transit users has been considered in every project up to a cap of, I believe, 5% of the total cost.
That checklist plays out in a few places. One, with our engineers and our capital improvement plans to make sure that any plans that the municipality is funding take a Complete Streets perspective, but also at the planning board and the zoning board, when new applications come in that affect the sidewalks or streets, that we're going through and making sure that we're improving the pedestrian realm. We push the envelope here and there on these larger projects to create outdoor seating areas, to create seating areas not just for customers, but also for the public at large, understanding that people want to be around people. So to create opportunities for people to enjoy themselves or just take a break. A lot of the new projects are containing things like sidewalk seating and public seating when they otherwise might not have. Well, I think, part of it is something I always tell developers and I tell the public is that there is no backyard in Morristown. The buildings don't have backs, it's just another front. So a lot of times these spaces that would have been ignored as service access or another entrance or something like that, we've been able to really celebrate all the sides of the buildings and think about the pedestrian around all of these sides.
Our philosophy, the best practices of Complete Streets, we don't want car movement with our development. We want people who are going to get out and walk around. And I think that we've been successful in that aspect. So I'm in a meeting and the Sussex County freeholder goes, "Mayor, can you do me a favor?" I said, "What? Do you think maybe you could come with some of your people to one of our charrettes and talk about Morristown and the successes you've had with your downtown and all the things that you're doing?" I said, "Yeah, sure, but why?" Because he said, "We had a charrette, all our townspeople came out, and all they kept saying, we want to be like Morristown." And I thought that, to me, is a compliment and a testament to what a group of people and a community have done together in creating a new master plan and creating a vision that will sustain Morristown for decades to come.